Hello guys, Sir Grindalot here. The release of Astra has changed a lot of things for our account in Zenless Zone Zero. She's the first limited 5-star support character and she's a great fit for essentially every character in the game, making our teams stronger and making team building easier. As you may know, Jane Doe is my favorite character, and the two fit well together. But do they though, or is it just due to a lack of alternatives? When I plan my pools, I ignore spreadsheets, because new limited characters are going to be better than older ones, so if you pool based on damage output or buff size, then I would pray for your wallet. I like to make a virtual wishlist of characters I'd like to get, based on how they will play and how they will fit with my current favorite ones. I do so by taking under consideration kit requirements and playstyle. Before diving into Jane, let's see how this applies to Miyabi. Miyabi's kit requires either a support character or someone from her own faction. Her playstyle requires a good amount of field time, but greatly benefits from other characters triggering disorder and allowing her to reapply Frostfire. Without taking under consideration cope 4-star options, Yanagi and Bernice are fantastic options for her playstyle, with Yanagi activating her core ability as well. Any support in the game will work, but it's easy to pick either Soikaku or Astra as ideal buffers. Honorable mention to Caesar, who makes some harder content easier to manage and provides great buffs. The combination of Miyagi, Yanagi and Astra is currently peak ZZZ. Yanagi fits Miyabi's style perfectly, only getting on field briefly to trigger her fake disorder while letting Miyabi do most of the work. Then Astra buffs both of them while requiring no field time and also having synergy with characters who need to switch between each other fairly often. Every character works really well with each other in the team. Nice. Let's now move back to Jane. Her kit requires another anomaly character or someone from her own faction. Her playstyle is very similar to that of most attack characters. She wants to be on the field as much as possible, and rather than using a quick assist, she would often prefer to dodge and counter attack, as it allows her to recharge her passion state. She likes team members with long-lasting buffs, and actively dislikes having an impact character in the team, because a stunned enemy cannot attack, meaning that Jane cannot dodge and her passion state expires faster. What are some good teams for Jane? Well, her requirement doesn't have many options. Seth is the only member of her own faction that fits her playstyle, and Bernice is a great fit in general. Please don't use Miyabi. I know you can put Jane and Miyabi together, but just use them in different teams. It's a better investment of your polys. If you're using Bernice, then any support or Caesar is going to be great, as they can buff the whole team and improves Jane's and Bernice's damage at the same time. If you're using Seth, then Caesar loses quite a bit of value. Other supports will still improve Jane's damage significantly, but Seth hits like a soggy noodle. How good is Astra for Jane? Well, she's great, but I believe we have yet to see a limited support character who perfectly fits Jane. Astra's ability to buff Jane while requiring no field time is great, but part of her kit greatly benefits teams that switch back and forth between characters, which is not something that Jane wants to do too often. A team composed of Jane, Bernice and Astra is definitely a joy to play, but it looks to me like Astra was designed for teams centered around Miyabi, Evelyn, maybe the upcoming 5-star Anby. Some new NEPS options in the anomaly or support slot would greatly benefit Jane, giving her more team building versatility. The coming characters are mostly going to be relevant for Jane. Patch 1.6 has Anby, who is an attacker, then Trigger and Pulchra, who are stunners, so yeah, Jane's not really into that. Looking a bit further than that, in patch 1.7 we might, maybe, allegedly get Hugo Vlad, another attacker, and Vivian, who is possibly, potentially, have her anomaly? Question mark? Could Vivian be a good fit for Jane and replace Bernice? Is her umbrella going to drop off the field other damage to the enemies while requiring little field time and allow Jane to establish dominance once again? It's too early to tell, as it's going to take several weeks before we know anything more detailed about Vivian. But I believe that playing our pools with some long-term team building strategy is better than just looking at new characters, realizing they're busted and feeling the FOMO creep up behind us. Let me know in the comments if you have a virtual character that you have wish-listed in your head in the hopes of being a perfect match for someone in the current roster. Zenless Zone Zero is still a fairly new game, so the options are endless. And if you watched the whole video until now, thank you, and we may have a giveaway running soon, so remember to subscribe and join my Discord so you won't miss it. Bye guys, take care.